What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to the Chariot Friends. Justin here, and I hope you're feeling phenomenal today. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just incredible, Cancer, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy how yourself has brought you here. We're in for an amazing journey. So, the purpose of this channel, for those of you who have Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, wherever, Cancer, this one's for you. And I do tarot card spreads based on our ruler here, the ghetto moon. And I'll talk about what sign she's in, what phase she's in, and when she's going void. Of course, just all of those lunar shenanigans. And there's always lunar shenanigans, Cancer, all the time. And in case, oh no, just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me. Never force a reading on the situation, and everything will be dope, Cancer. Now, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Cancer. And Cancer, happy Mars Day. It's Tuesday. Hope you're feeling energetic, ready to take action, feeling just ready to go. In Cancer, the moon is in Scorpio. I like when the moon's in Scorpio. This is a very it's a very intuitive place for the moon and I feel like a very intuitive place for us because Scorpio does feel so intense, so intense. There's emotional intensity that comes with the moon being there. So, absolutely, Cancer. Hold on, before we get into that, but there's an emotional intensity with the moon. So the fact that we are feeling a lot more, like just deeper, it really can be really can be one that can work to our advantage there, Cancer. If we pay attention to those feelings and really kind of observe them and kind of understand the meaning of them, that can really help us unlock a more and really take our intuition to that next level. So, where Scorpio may be known as the intense sign, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just it depends on how we're operating in that. But do be mindful that because we are a little more susceptible to to that emotional energy, and that can be a little more fixated because Scorpio is the fixed water sign. To be careful about the emotions that we do find ourselves getting attached to. But this is really great energy for change as well, Cancer. And so because Scorpio deals with like transformation, and that change is necessary in life, and it really helps us to embrace that, because then it builds upon this resilience. It helps us come into a higher vibration. Really dope energy. But also too, Cancer, you may be feeling a little more kind of secretive, a little more reserved, just kind of to yourself in a way. Just kind of because Scorpios like the detectives of the zodiac. They like to see they'll put like this like little energy pulse out there. It's really interesting when you're interacting with a Scorpion. You kind of pay attention to how it's almost slightly invasive, those Scorpios. But you may just notice yourself a little more just kind of to yourself, Cancer, like wanting a little more kind of like intimacy as opposed to like being like maybe amongst like large groups and things. But also one more thing, Cancer. Well, like two more things. Great energy for dealing with like finances as well, because Scorpio deals with like loans, shared assets, joint finances. So great energies for that. But also, they deal with the mysterious as well. So this could be a great energy for again tapping into like a cult side. Dealing with maybe dabbling in tarot, maybe doing some scrying, maybe communing with the ancestors. Be safe with that, Cancer. But very, very, I feel like a very intuitive and very open placement for the moon to be. Even though the moon is technically in fall in Scorpio. You can still work with this energy. And then Cancer, we are in the waxing crescent phase. And this is about, this is really kind of really setting the scene there, really setting your intention and becoming self-confident and, getting self-assured in what direction you're planning to, the thing that you're planning on working on this lunar cycle. And this is really good too, just really kind of building yourself up, and kind of going within to find out what you really, couple that with Scorpio energy, really kind of going within and finding out what your soul is craving, where your higher self is trying to take you next there, Cancer. And I like that. I was just even thinking too. Now it's Mars Day. Mars is out here. How fantastic! You're already syncing up with the energies, Cancer. And then, oh, I actually need to close this. Shoot. So, Cancer, last few things, these readings that I do, they're not gender specific readings. So, apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations. And then maybe I already did. But the decks that I'm working with, other than this one, I may need to check if I've included that one. But I have included the links for them. I'm almost positive I did. I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. I'm just manifesting it. And also down below some links for some other readers that I like watching their Cancer, so definitely check them out. They're really, really fantastic group. Really bring a lot of knowledge, and I think you really would enjoy them, Cancer. But let's get into your general energy of the day, because you got the fourth card here, which is the empath card. Look at you, Cancer. Empathic is all get out. And this is, I like this energy, Cancer, because this is about connecting to self, cleanse boundaries, and hold space. And with this empath card, we are very powerful empaths, Cancer, because to be, compared to like the other signs, that get, their rulers are in the energies a lot longer than ours is. The moon only stays in a sign for about 2.5 days before she's moving on. So we really do get a deep connection with all of the signs. We feel them. We feel them on a more intuitive type of level there than like how maybe like a Leo would take on Scorpio energy, or how Gemini and Virgo would take on Scorpio energy, or you know what I mean, Cancer. But also too, because we feel, because we go through those signs so fast, feel as much as we do, we can feel the energies of others, because most people, they'll say that Cancer is sensitive, and yeah, we are sensitive. We're sensitive to the energies, and a lot of the times too, the energies that we're picking up or that we may be feeling is not necessarily our own, because we do have this level of empathy. Because I like to tell people that I meet this all the time. I remember talking with a Sag not too long ago, where it's just like, oh well, you couldn't understand this, and it's like, well, I may not understand your unique situation, but if you allow me to go there with you and share these, the emotions, kind of walk me through. Yeah, it can be tough. Do we need to cry about it? And or you may not need to cry, but I may cry about it. But that doesn't mean we can't handle it in a way. We really do feel. Oh, and 1 second, Cancer. They decided to mow their lawn. Hold on. All right, Cancer, we're back. But it's like, if you allow me to go there, then I'll feel it with you. And we can really connect with people on an emotional level. But because of that, Cancer, because you are so empathic, we do need to make sure, this is where the void of course energy comes in line, because the sun and the moon, they don't go retrograde. And the moon's time for kind of reflection and cleansing is a void of course times, and sometimes they're very brief, Cancer. And this is a great, that's why I say it's a great energy for connecting with yourself, kind of cleansing your energies, reestablishing your boundaries, and making sure that we're holding space for ourselves, just reconnect. I like that, how the moon's here. Reconnect with the moon, tap into that third eye there, Cancer, and just allowing yourself that fresh. I like how these stars are kind of coming in through the sky here. It's almost like we're taking a cosmic breath, kind of like a celestial kind of cleansing breath in a way. So make sure, I feel like this energy is saying, just make sure to, just that you take some time to reset as well, because we do feel the way that we do. But there's, let's let me get some tarot on this, Cancer, get a little more details with this. Look at that. Some of us might need a little time to reflect there, Cancer. Oh, maybe. Hold on, let me get the rest of your cards here. Ooh, thank you. Alright, Cancer, let's see what's going on here. Ooh, Major Arcana City. Alright, Cancer. So you have the the Hermit and the Nine of Swords in reverse. And then we have the Two of Wands, the Hanged Man, and then the Hierophant upright. And the Hermit, whenever the Hermit is popping up in reverse, sometimes I do feel like that is a need to really kind of pause for a second. And And especially too, I feel like this, this hermit hanged man combo here, it's paying attention to, because I do feel like, because you're, being empathic, Cancer, you may be the type that tends to give a lot more of yourself than you, not necessarily than you need to, but it's just like you just tend to be just an overgiver. That might be something that we're working on. As soon as we notice, we feel someone that's like kind of off there, that we're just quick to rush to that. It's just like, well, what can I do? How can I help? How can we get you? How can we nurture? Because we're the mothers and nurturers of the zodiac. And I do feel that there is, with the hanged man, this can be a card of sacrifice. And I just feel like that where there's nothing wrong with wanting to help others, but I do feel like that it's making sure that we are not sacrificing too much of ourselves and putting ourselves in detriment there, Cancer. And I feel like too, if you do find yourself as one that tends to be like a, in a sense, like a people pleaser, maybe like habitually, so that people tend to like cross your boundaries, or maybe they're just like, maybe there, it could even be like this sense of guilt that might even be put upon you, Cancer. I feel like it's interesting with the Hierophant, because I feel like that there's a need to kind of, because he's a bridge between the spiritual and the material world. This is Taurus energy, and it feels like there's a connection that's needing to be made with why we tend to, especially if it was just like an energy where you might notice that you get guilt tripped into, or, or maybe even just like feel this, maybe even that no one's even doing it to you, but you may just feel this, you're just instinctively, it's just like getting down to the source of what is that. And Cancer, I do that from time to time too, where it's just like you really can't explain, you just don't want others to feel any type of way. You want them to always be in that vibration, even if it puts you at, putting yourself at detriment. But with this Nine of Swords here, I feel like that with it being in reverse is like trying not to let that, let you, like try not to operate out of like this, not necessarily like, it's an operating out of obligation, but I feel like that there's this like maybe not even being, because maybe you're the type of person, for example, let's say that like, let's say for work, you're the type that's just like, if they call on you, Cancer, you're like, yes, the yes person, and I feel like that is just like not needing to feel like you need to just jump all the time. It's like, think about with the Two of Wands, this is the twos deal with choices, and it's just like thinking about where you're how you choose to expend your energy. And I feel like it's okay, and it's more than okay, Cancer, to say that, what, I don't have it in me today. And if they, no, I feel like, most of the time, a lot of stuff, we feel like if people are, if we're going to, if we feel like we're going to let others down and things, I feel like it's, most of that stuff really kind of happens in our head. And if we're, and I hope you're kind of following me this with this, Cancer. This is very interesting energy, but I do feel like it is healthy to say that, that you do need those boundaries, that you do need a moment to recharge and just kind of recollect, just recollect yourself. But I'm even sort of getting this energy too, sort of with the Hierophant. Is this because the Hierophant can be an energy of of a teacher, and I almost feel that there is even this energy of not necessarily teaching others empathy, but it's, if you have someone maybe who kind of guilt trips you, or you're the type that you really have trouble saying no to this person, it's it's almost just like not necessarily educating them, but it's just like speaking up for the fact of just like, hey, it's not that I don't want to do this for you, but this is some of the stuff that, have helped them show, like showing empathy through example, like had you considered like how I felt or how I'm feeling? When was the last time you asked how I'm doing? Like Hmm. Yeah, that makes sense, Cancer. All right, let's get a little bit. Let's get a little bit more on this. Oh, there's my girl. What's good? I'll give you a guess, Cancer. So you have the, and that's interesting. So you have the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and then the Empress in reverse here, and then you got the Three of Pentacles upright, Cancer. And this is very interesting because I do feel like, with the Ace of Cups and the Empress being here, it's not that necessarily that our people are necessarily just, again, just like, if you do have energies that are taking from you, or you're just the type that just tends to just run your well dry, the Ace of Cups, we need to take some time and, fill up our well, fill up your own cup at the end of the day. If you feel like you don't have any more to give, because the Empress, she does have a lot of love and a lot of abundance that she has to give, but sometimes, I do feel like there's a need to kind of slow down and not feel like you need to tackle like to be the one that's always like just quick to tackle something there, Cancer, because the Knight of Swords and other cards, usually there's like this storm that's kind of going against them, and I feel like that it's just like, how can we find, because the Three of Pentacles can be like a card of collaboration, and it just feels like, how can we shift the dynamic so that where everyone is all working together so that things are equal, as opposed to one energy just always just giving all the time and then only getting a little bit to recharge before they have to do it all over again. And not trying not to let that become just a cycle there, because again, I don't, there's nothing wrong, I feel like, with helping others and things. I'm all Cancer, I'll be all for it, but we do need to take, because we do take that energy on, Cancer, whether we acknowledge it or not. We can take on the energies of others, and it just like we embody it in a way that yeah, that could really just kind of put you to your detriment. And because sometimes too, Cancer, I do feel with our sign that, because we kind of instinctively know how to help others, when we sense that they're feeling off. Sometimes I feel that there's this energy of, how come others can't understand the same, and it's like, when we get in that habit, because there have been some times where, there's been some people who will ask me something like, well, how come you didn't notice it? It's, no, I absolutely noticed, but I wanted to make sure that this was the case, because there's a number of things that I'm feeling with you that's going on, but it's just like, well, which one is it? But then when it comes vice versa, when you're in that energy, it's just like, it's like we want them to be just as empathic and as psychic as we can be, but that's not always the case, and we can't expect others to give in the degree that we do. So I feel like there's a need when it comes to, especially like, like that being an empath, there's a need to just to match energies, that Six of Pentacles, make sure there's that reciprocity there so that things can stay in balance. Yeah, so that's something you've been noticing here, Cancer. That's really something to think about. Because I feel like that's why sometimes I feel other signs may feel it kind of hard to understand Cancerian energy, because it's like we do get them, but it's just like how do you explain how going through, so we don't get like the like how Capricorn, their ruler gets 3 years in a sign and really gets a chance to understand it and grow from it, where we get again the 2 days and it's just like, oh my gosh, okay, feel this, okay, next, now we're feeling the next thing, and now we're feeling the next thing, and then the next thing, and it's just like, whew. So, hmm. It's like hold, and I like this whole how they put the hold space. It's like I love, again, it's like holding space in that jar for others, but make sure that we're tending to our light. How if everyone else's light is shining bright, how's yours shining just as bright there, Cancer? But all right, let's get a little advice from Mars and Pluto here, Cancer. All right, Cancer. Last little bit here. Oh, and there's our ruler there, Cancer. I love it. Look at the moon showing up. So you have the Nine of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and then our lovely ruler, the High Priestess. And let's switch back over here, Cancer. Because Cancer, you are your. Oh, why is that so dark? Well, hold on. Let's see. There we go. Cancer, you are a you are a powerful intuitive there, Cancer, whether we can see it or not. But I hope we can, Cancer. But I do feel like it's one thing, just being with the Nine of Wands being here, and the Four of Pentacles, because the Four of Pentacles for me can be like a card of savings, but I feel like it's the saving is like it's tapping into your reserves, and I just feel like that it's just like being careful of getting to this state of burnout in a sense. Try not to overburden yourself, because I get where you got so much love to give, Cancer, and so much healing work that you can get done. You just instinctively know just how to take care of others, but that will, because my kind of thing is it's just like, if you're the rock for everyone, who's your rock, Cancer? And then who's got your back? Where do you feel secure in? And it's not that you don't have anyone, but sometimes it's just like a needing just to kind of pull back just like a little bit. Just if you notice that you just tend to be giving just a lot, Cancer. And because the King of Pentacles, he's like the epitome of abundance. Between him and the Empress, that's a lot. And I know you may feel like you have large reserves, but that can wear down on a person over time. Especially if we get in that routine. And again, it can lead to hanged man situations where the energies will have you slow down some and take a moment to go void a course and recharge. So I'm even getting this very kind of slight thing, Cancer, that maybe for some, it's not that it's almost like that we don't feel like that we have the energy to be an empath, or like, not that we don't think we're one, but it's just, I'm not quite sure how to put that. But it just feel, if you don't feel that you can relate to others, Cancer, I feel like you can more and you do more than you realize. But it's just like, I feel like there's that conscious effort. It's just like you just sort of Cancer and energy, it does, it just instinctively sort of knows. It's like just kind of like mom, or if like your mother figure in a sense. That's, she always is deep down, somehow she just always knows. She may not know the details, but always knows something's off. But and that might be something where some of us might, it's like a learning thing, because I've even The Empresses make me a little sad there, because I feel like even for some we may be, and this is my I'm sending all the love out there, Cancer, because maybe for some this is something where we might have been missing that sort of nurturing type of Empress energy. That sort of that we've had to kind of take care of yourself in a way. Just always had to be the since I mean we are the one of the parents of the zodiacs. It's hmm. and that's and this last little bit on that. If that's something that is resonant, Cancer, I do feel like take some time and fill up your cups and heal that. Maybe share that with someone, and because I get that, not on the Empress standpoint, but on the Emperor standpoint, I get that. But Cancer, if you let's pull from that. I think I'm gonna get out of that, Cancer. But if anything resonated with you, give it a thumbs up and share this if you know someone who's been just kind of giving and maybe not had their just been having troubles with boundaries possibly, or just been needing to just kind of cleanse and just connect with yourself again, and just find a space for you, Cancer. But and then if you haven't already, there, High Priestess, subscribe, hit that bell button to get notified on all these videos each day. And then last little bit, Cancer, I got a couple apps down below. They're free apps. If you want to ever check your chart, your sun, moon, rising, and I'm now, because I'm kind of in a bit of a hanged man situation where I need to pause for a moment. So this gives me some time to get some things started up that I want to, Cancer. But yeah, check your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, your Mars, your Mercury. Just check your chart, Cancer. Get to know yourself on a deeper level, and then come on over to my other channel, Alchemist 8. I do weekly videos. I'm in the middle of the monthly ones right now. I do yearly ones. I actually just got done doing Scorpios and Aries. It was a good old time. And all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here, so I can get you out of here, Cancer. And you got the Two of Cups in reverse here. And I feel this disconnect that's kind of coming through here with the Two of Cups. Either it's with I feel like it's either it's either with someone, or maybe even a disconnect. Because I was talking about that separation with the Empress. Maybe there's something there that's not being connected, or maybe there's someone that doesn't seem to understand you, Cancer, not maybe seeing your point of view, or maybe even vice versa. Maybe we're having troubles connecting with others, but there is this compassionate energy that is kind of coming through, that a need to, I feel like really kind of a need to, another thing that's coming through here is just like, before we jump to filling others' cups there, Cancer, because it is a team effort with this, but before we come to fill up other people's cups, Cancer, consider your Two of Cups, Ace of Cups were in reverse. Make sure to fill up your cups, and allow yourself some of that healing energy there. And but let me get your oracle card here, Cancer, so I can get you out of here. I tell you, Cancer, you've almost got me emotional there. Scorpio tried to get me emotional. This is I thought there was a period of time where that was really kind of coming through there real strong, and then sort of like, okay, it's like I think I got a bit of a handle on that, but now it's coming back, which I'm not mad at. We gotta feel it to heal it, Cancer. And look at that, Cancer, and that's what happens when we learn these emotions. You got the Elder card here, Elderberries, which is the Wisdom card, and it's ruled by Jupiter and Pluto. And we are a sign of, I feel like, of emotional wisdom. We're represented, for me, we're represented by the Queen of Cups. And I do feel like as we learn the feelings for, take care of ourselves and learn the feeling of others, there is this wisdom that comes with that, and you do become this wise teacher, Cancer, with the Hierophant popping through there. And I do feel like that it's like it's somebody, for some I feel like, and maybe this is part of the nurturing experience, Cancer, like teaching, our every sign of the zodiac has a thing, and it's like we're not just meant to just be the nurturers, but it's like to show others how to nurture, just like Scorpio shows how to change, Taurus shows how to bring security, Libra shows how to bring balance and beauty, and just like, and it all ties together. Virgo shows us the routines and how to deal with the day to day. And I feel like it's just like it's spreading that empathic wisdom, learning a lot about yourself and your energies, and then, taking that. Oh, and I just realized that you had divine counterparts here, Cancer, with the Hierophant and High Priestess there. Hmm. I don't necessarily feel anything there per se, but there might be something there with a little, might be, because they're the most intuitive couple of the deck. But, and there might be someone coming in, Cancer, that might even understand you in a way, that you can share that wisdom with others. But all right, Cancer, I think I'm gonna leave that there. But you stay safe out there, keeping up your boundaries. Make sure to cleanse your energies and reconnect with yourself. Go void a course. I let you know when the void of course happen all the time. And I think we got some. I gotta actually do start getting that stuff all written up. But go void a course, Cancer. Keep eyes on the moon. Feel her out, because look at that. She's here for you. She's always got your back there, Cancer. It's lovely. And I will catch you on the next one tomorrow.